I find that it can sometimes be difficult when you are praying and it seems like there are no results. And that's one of the things that the enemy uses against people of God, is making them think that the things they're praying aren't, happening. It's not working. Why are you even putting forth the effort? But we want to take this day and present to you a few answered prayers that we have seen recently to just encourage you. About 2 weeks ago, Pastor Paul, my dad, had a headache during prayer time, and he asked us all to pray. And we laid hands on him and we prayed, and the headache left. And this summer, it was hot and dry and all the burn bans and all that kind of stuff. And during our prayer time, we prayed specifically, 3 or 4 different times, and it rained. And of course, there's always the example of Pastor, with the cancer. We prayed and we stood on the faithfulness of God, just trusting that he was going to be healed, and he was. He was given a clean bill of health.
There have been a lot of times in my own life just recently where I felt kind of overwhelmed by things that I didn't really have an answer for, and maybe there was a task that I needed to complete, and I didn't really have any direction on it, and I didn't know how to even get started. And there have been just family issues and just different things that just come up, just life that happens. We've talked about how life just sometimes happens. Not every bad thing that happens is a result of the devil trying to attack us, or something like that. Sometimes it comes out of choices that we make. And but what happened though is I was worrying about things that really I can't help. And when I realized that that's what I was doing, I also realized that maybe I hadn't taken out time to pray and to really seek God, and to maybe just ask him for some help, even on simple things. They're not life-threatening things or anything like that, but he desires that to help us even in simple things. And there's nothing that we can't come to him and ask him for wisdom for, or for his help, that he will not come and just help us when we ask. And when I realized that I hadn't taken out time to pray, and I stopped and I was asking him, it was like I started talking to him, and it was like he was just there waiting on me to ask him for help, ask him for wisdom. And it immediately came along with peace for the situations that I was in. And you might be thinking, that's really great. These testimonies are really great, and I wish that things happened like that when I prayed. But we want to ask you a question. Are you praying? Because perhaps you just need to take notice of the answers of prayers that you've been praying, or maybe you need to take out the time to pray and pay attention, watch, and just receive when God heals things, or when God restores something in your life, or when God gives you peace over situations that you can't control. Just pay attention to that and be thankful for that, and watch for for him to answer prayers that you've already asked. And today we want to challenge you guys to just ask God to stir up your faith. We can be stirred up, and when we come into prayer, we have a spirit of expectation, and that's when we see results for things that we've prayed, and that's when the answers will come, and we'll be able to acknowledge those things. If you don't see an instant result, then don't give up. You have to continue to pray and trust that God's word and his will never returns void. So we want to encourage you today. Check out the scriptures that we've listed. I hope that they will encourage you, and just take some time out to pray for some specific things in your life that you've been seeking God for, and thank him for the things that maybe he's answered and you didn't even realize it. We love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.